We're back.
Off of our first 2-week hiatus.
We took a hiatus.
Was too much for
Yeah,
us.
and we realized it's the couch. It's not us, it's the couch.
And you know what? You know what I'm thinking, man? I'm thinking when this couch was out there in the main office, we should have sat on it and tried it out. Because it is not comfy.
Yeah, it's firm. It's a firm couch.
Does this double as a bed?
It does.
Okay. Well, that's something.
You think if you were in college and you had your own place, you could do this for a year?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, in college, I slept on. I remember one time in college, I just had a sheet. There was no foam pad. It was just a sheet and a mattress.
I think that's okay.
I think you're supposed to have a
something?
a topper.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't.
It was sad, man. You went to my place, and my mom one time was like, "Are you gonna get a table? I just had a chair."
What?
And that's where I'd eat dinner. Yeah. It was very bad. And then I lived in one of my dad's apartments, and he forgot to pay the heating bill because I was grifting off of him. And
What? So he just forgot to heat his boy?
yeah, so it was in the middle of winter in Houston. And I had cold showers. It was horrible. I was kind of on the cold shower train for a while.
That's I remember when I ran cross country in high school, in the winter the pipes would freeze. So we wouldn't have water or we wouldn't have hot water, so we would just not shower.
I feel like that's easier to you just let the water run.
We were in a time crunch and it wasn't consistent.
Does it sound like something that should have been happening?
I don't know. I think I was showering in that place for 4 semesters. I don't think it was ever cleaned one time. I think there was a toothbrush in there.
That's how you start
Probably still
getting
there.
sick and stuff.
People would get athlete's foot.
Yeah.
I never got athlete's foot.
You think it's maybe because you weren't an athlete?
No. Brant was not an athlete. You got to meet Brant.
Brant dog.
Brant was.
Sounds like a good guy.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't throw that. No, he's deep.
So I think it's important to update the people. We're a little bit into the weight loss challenge with me. We're a weekend.
Are we?
We're a weekend.
Okay.
I am down 3.5 pounds, and I'm gonna be honest. We're a little bit behind schedule because I got sick, and so that was very difficult. I couldn't work out, so I've still been eating clean, but I wasn't able to work out.
Do you think your body
Just getting over it?
It got sick, so it almost as a response of come on, you don't have to challenge yourself.
It doesn't. I mean, I did not want to, but today I'm gonna go on like a weighted walk. It's gonna be good.
What? You mean a walk?
Yeah. Nice. So I think it should be amended, but it's fine. I'm still gonna get after it. I'm gonna UFC it, and
Don't call yours. You're gonna what? UFC it?
yeah, gonna UFC it.
I think that's a little dramatic. Do you think you should move a little closer to the center?
No, I like right where I'm at.
Your knee is not in shot.
I don't like that knee anyways. So
Okay, I can hear. I don't know if the audience is catching this, but our boss is probably
you
about
can
to
hear him
walk in.
getting warm.
He's not respecting.
He's getting
the
warmer.
sign. We have a recording sign, which people should respect. It is a piece of paper with recording written on it, taped to the door, but it's still a sign.
Our
Our
boss gets bored and he wants to come hang out with us.
That's the problem. About we are the only room with I would say significant, comfortable furniture. Not this, but we have other chairs. And that invites people to just come in and make themselves comfortable.
I didn't even think about that. We should take the chairs out.
Our chairs?
Yeah.
Take them out?
Yes. I would almost go like Japanese dinner seating before. You know, these people sit on the floor.
I think that's good because then you're just taught to be flexible at a young age.
No, I was talking about just so people wouldn't come in here. I'm not talking about flexibility.
Yeah, I was just, shout out to the Japanese because they have to do that.
Now, is saying, no.
What were you saying? You want to write it down and slide it to me?
No, it's probably not good. I was just thinking, if you say,
All right.
if you call someone like a Jap, is that bad? Because it's just shortening their name. Yeah, I'm a Jap. It's Japanese. I'm Jap.
Yep.
Cuban. I call Cubans cubes sometimes.
Cubes.
Um,
And I don't think a Cuban guy would go, hey, don't say that.
no.
Don't call me Cuban.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Everybody's so touchy on race. So,
Yeah, I think because of they weren't always great. They could take a few abridged names.
who was mean to who? And Japs
Uh,
were mean to you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit. There's a book that I read that's pretty nasty.
Nanking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a graphic novel,
And that-
unfortunately.
Were they doing was that Club or what was it, Club?
Club?
No, they had this one thing. It was like they did all those biological experiments.
Oh, okay.
You don't remember that? I think it may have been. Maybe it was the Japanese on the Chinese, but it was crazy.
Probably. I don't know about the club.
Oh,
but
they were doing crazy stuff, man. Like putting legs on arms and
Yes.
seeing if that would work.
They were like the human spider did not work.
It was kind of like if a 8th grader or 6th grader like was playing in the yard, just messing with animals. Like, oh, let's give it a shot in humans.
Yeah, they just had the upper body of a 40-year-old and a Ford Mustang, and they were like, what if we'd be unstoppable?
Yeah.
And then it didn't work.
So I'm been sick, and being sick's the worst because part of you thinks you're never gonna get better. But when's the last time you were sick? Sick. Because I feel like you're a decently sick guy.
I just have allergies,
Okay.
which I think only recently happened. I have a theory on that, but I won't. I got sick.
What's your theory? Vaccine.
Yeah. I got 3. And
You got 3 vaccines?
yeah, I don't want to talk
For
about
what? SARS-CoV-19, man. Wow.
SARS-CoV-2. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about sick. The last time I got sick was does COVID count?
No, I thought you were sick. Well, no, I mean I wasn't like laid up in bed. I was just
I had a throw up incident, but that was more drinking. It was a Thanksgiving thing, and I just went.
Oh yeah.
got
Some
too-
people have. So I mean, we've all maybe had a little too much to drink sometime or whatever, and Connor gets that, but with like 3 drinks.
It was a lot.
So you'll be like, "What happened?" He's like, "Oh, I had some sake and then a beer, and then you know me, I couldn't sleep for 3 days." I'm like, "Wow,
Well, that's the thing.
your body does not metabolize very well."
No, I don't. I'm lean,
He was
and
dying.
I had 3. I had beer and sake, 3 beers and 3 shots of sake, which for me is a lot.
And what is sake? What is sake? I've never had that.
I think it's some sort of Japanese. Maybe they came up with it during World War II. They experimented, and they're like, "This is good," and it's served hot or cold, which I thought was interesting.
I don't love that.
Yeah. Well, my body hated that, and it ejected it. That was one of the worst. That was like, okay, I'm gonna only drink water for the rest of my life.
Yeah, alcohol, how they figured out how to get it is wild. Like, how do you think they just left something in like a jar one time for too long, and then they came back and like, oh, that smells. I feel great, but that smells horrible.
Maybe.
I always, it's like this thing with coffee. I think there's this like illusion that like beer and wine and stuff like tastes good. And I don't think it tastes good. It's kind of like coffee. I don't think coffee tastes good either. I think we all just like keep saying it. It's like oysters. It's
Yeah,
that's
I
not
think
good.
There's a snobbiness to it, where they're like, you sip an espresso and they're like, terrific, and I go, this tastes like permanent marker,
Yeah.
but people like it.
Well, in craft beer, people be like, oh, this is like really, oh, I'm getting orange peels. It's like the orange peel's the not good part of the peel of the orange. You take it off.
It's bitter. It's like the ends of the spectrum, I feel like, where it's like, oh, it's sour. It's
Yeah, I went
bitter.
we did a show the other day at a brewery, and I was just getting like a sparkling water, and they had one that was like toffee flavored beer. And I go, man, I don't think that even sounds good. I hate when people try to mix alcohol with sweets. You ever been somewhere and you're trying to get a milkshake and they're like, yeah, we put some Hennessy in there. And you're like, whoa, I didn't want that.
Yeah, there was
I just want the ice cream.
Alcoholic ice cream place in Austin. I didn't eat.
Yeah.
It's too much.
I know it's like with sometimes with pork, people want to put like apple on it. They're trying to mix fruits and meats. Are you a fruit and meat guy?
No, but I had an uncle who I think he grilled or steamed a fish, and he cut the fish open belly side and put orange slices and pineapples in it. It was delicious.
Yeah, I've heard that. I don't know. I'm just not a big sweet.
But no, I just
guy.
like it to taste. But like a miso glaze, on a salmon, that's yummy, and it complements it very nicely.
I don't know if I've had that.
Okay.
People do a duck a lot. They go.
Yeah.
They go like some sort of jam. I did do that one time. It wasn't bad.
Hoisin sauce.
I don't know.
It's like a kind of sweet meats and fruits. I like together.
Okay, so you are a meat and fruit guy. When I asked that question earlier.
Yeah, but not like I won't eat an apple with a duck. But there's like sweeter sauces.
That's
that
what I'm saying.
complement
Yeah,
the
that's
bigger
what they do. They do that.
Yeah.
I love. Yeah, I'm a regular guy. I mean, I know you think I'm closed-minded in a lot of different areas in life, but food happens to be one of them.
No, just racially and culturally. But
yeah, we've talked about all this sushi. Not a big sushi guy.
Yeah, not a big saying it right guy either. But yeah, it's sushi. Yeah, he doesn't like sushi. That's fine.
No, just like regular food.
Yeah. You could argue it's very regular. It's just meat.
It's just yeah.
It's just and I had a ahi tuna steak last night.
Really?
It's 1.5 grams of fat and 44 grams of protein.
Did you eat at your house?
Mm-hmm. And it's great, and I think it's just 'cause a fish is just moving all day.
Fish do love to exercise.
They can't even when they sleep they move.
Really?
Yeah, you can't. You're in the water.
Have you heard Dusty Slay's joke on that?
What?
He said he went to an aquarium and he was getting out all of his fish questions. Hey, Tom.
We're trying the couch to improve synchronicity.
Whoa.
Attorney Tom appearance.
Hey,
our
T-Bone.
Sponsor and employer. Attorney Tom.
1-855 Tom wins.
That's 1-855 Tom wins.
No, we have been.
We have.
We put it at the end.
Now he's just our sponsor.
Please don't let us go.
Please don't let us go.
We did sign an indefinite perpetuity deal to always have him be the sponsor.
Now we have Comedy Club.
Yes.
Yep.
We'll get into that.
About to do that as well.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Tom.
thanks, T-Bone. And
Now-
the sign means just absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
to him.
I have proposed, and this guy, I had to stop mentioning it 'cause I would get in trouble, proposed buying a keypad lock just for our office, and only certain members of the team would get the 4-digit code.
Yeah.
But that got real, there were some tempers that
Oh, yeah, because Connor kept on mentioning it.
yeah. And, it's instances like that where I go, it's only $36.
Yeah, it'd be nice, but it's weird because I think for once in our lives we're the cool kids.
We are. We wear jeans. We have, we make decisions or we make cool stuff. Our boss wants to hang out with us.
Yeah, which the boss is great. We weren't gonna get into it, but he's opening a comedy club.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got an idea that is remotely something you think could be a thing, just throw it out. And our boss, there's a good chance he'll do it. It's unbelievable. Go ahead. Explain.
Yeah, so we're opening a comedy club. This is not a joke.
Yeah.
I threw out, do you want to buy a comedy club on Friday? Just to see what he said. And he said, how much?
Yeah.
I was like, that's not what you want to hear. So there's an ice house chain throughout the San Antonio, New Braunfels area called Lucy Cooper's Ice House. Our boss owns 51% of the business now, and there's a spare room in the New Braunfels location that we are now making a dedicated comedy room, and we're in charge of running it, basically.
Yeah.
We are forming a business, a Instagram, all that website, and we're gonna try to do it May 8th. Quick turnaround time. This was and we've been there. We visited the space. They're tearing it down because it had flood damage, and now they're making it a comedy club. So that's exciting and crazy and possibly not super profitable, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great experience.
I can't believe we're doing it.
Yeah, it's it'll be fun. We just bought a sign. Last Friday we're like we need a sign for the back of the stage. We go, okay. So we spent what I would call like a nest egg on a vintage sign. So
It was a lot, yeah. It was a lot. And
lot
then
going on
there
here.
was like an opportunity to mark it up, make it even more expensive. And we called our boss and said, hey, like, this is going to be more expensive if we do it this way. And he goes, do you think we need it? And we said, yeah. He goes, do whatever you think we need. And we had a card that weighed a lot. So
Yeah, it's one of those
it was
cards.
it's a
that
heavy
I
card.
could tell it was in my wallet. Like,
Yeah.
That's how heavy it is.
Yeah, you're doing left cheek day.
Left cheek day.
Hey, that'll make you laugh a lot. That got you.
Yeah.
And of course, it was something that wasn't that funny.
Who's to say? And then Tom's also been throwing out we should buy a Sprinter van.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to drive to Austin and back. He wants to have someone drive us. So
Yeah, his accountant must, have a strong heart. A strong heart and a
He'd be a
strong mind.
good at hitting
So
typing.
you bought Area 51? He goes, yeah. He goes, you bought the mineral rights to a Chuck E. Cheese? Yeah. Just anything. It's just flying out of nowhere.
He's a purchaser, man. We've described our boss as a really wealthy 8th grader.
I think
that's
the more we go into business with them, love you, Tom, and everything, but the more I'm like, Mason's spot on.
yeah. And I think the more we know him too, the wealthier we think he is, and then the lower the grade. So like the more time we spend with him, we're like, oh, it's actually a 7th grader that's even more wealthy than we thought.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure in a couple weeks we'll be like, no, it's 3rd grader that is a billionaire.
Mhm.
We have no idea what's going on. But he's great. He's a great guy. He's super kind,
So fun.
fun boss.
Yeah, non-traditional job, I would say.
Yeah, we had to sit him down the other day and try to get him to make us work. And we were like, we can't believe we're having this conversation right now, but could we actually do a video?
He goes, I got to take a call. And then he leaves the room with his
Yeah,
phone.
and then we didn't do it.
His
we-
phone, I mean, his wife's got to be jealous of his phone.
We're all on our phones too much, but
He's on his phone all the time.
T-Bone is...
What do you think he wants the Sprinter van for?
So
He can't be on his phone while he's driving to Austin.
He loves it.
Yeah, he's
I'm on my phone too much.
I told my lady yesterday, I said, I think I'm on my phone too much. I'm sorry.
That's why I bought a second one. The 2-phone system.
Yeah, I thought about that. You have you have fun phone time, and then you just go to flip phone mode, so you can't go on the internet.
Yeah, well, I mean, mine doesn't have the internet, but I do have ESPN.
Well, that's something.
but-
ESPN,
Yeah, so I'll do ESPN, but I have like Uber on here,
Uber.
Southwest if I'm flying. Like I can still do stuff, but I can't get email, I can get email, text.
How do you do that? How do you make your phone dumb?
Well, you basically you have to get like a code, and you have like the login code or whatever, and then Madeline has all of it, so I can't get on, which is great. Because I will,
Oh yeah, she's had to text me a code.
Yes.
And then
yes, because I would get on it, and so, but now I have a phone at home with like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So if I need to go post, I'll just post, and then I don't have to. It's great for work because I can't be on it at work. I can't be on it when I'm driving. I can only be on it when I have that phone and I have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we've proposed buying a lockbox for Tom.
Oh,
where
yeah.
We go phones up. Okay, we have to talk phones up, but that's getting into like the keypad situation where tempers start to get high.
He's getting a little angry.
We have to step away from that.
So
We've thought of a block system where, like, when you're doing well in school, you get blocks in your jar. And he loves colors, so he was more
all
on board with
right,
that.
all right. We gotta take it easy there, big boy.
Love you, Tom.
Take it easy. What kind of shirt is this? Is it True Built?
It's a true classic.
True classic. Oh, I see the ads for those.
It's very nice.
You went a little looser than they go with, I think, normally. Because all
that's-
those guys that are in there, they're hunks.
Well, I think the point is like, are you like overweightish, but don't want to look that way? Try a true classic.
Okay. So I should be into it.
Yeah, I'll send you a promo code. Yeah, it's
So
cool.
so the theme of this episode, 20 minutes in, is what are we thankful for?
Oh yeah, I couldn't think of what to.
So you have to go too serious and then too fun.
Okay.
You didn't write these down?
I did, but I don't know. My family? I like my family. a lot.
Okay. All right. That's a serious one.
They're awesome. Living at my new place now, like my life at my new place. It's fun.
It's two. All right, then we'll do the goofy ones after.
Mm-hmm.
So mine was Jesus.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be thankful for him. He did a lot.
I forgot him.
No, you can't forget him. So Jesus, and then Madeline, my wife. I probably need to say Fletch too, but Madeline, my family.
Okay.
Madeline's great. She's a great wife.
Yeah, she's
Fantastic. And Jesus is a great savior. So, two good ones right there. All right, let's go to the silly ones.
eighth inning.
What's the silly one?
Well, my car. That's kind of a semi-serious.
No, that's a great one.
Okay, maybe I.
Mine was a little goofier, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't put any goofy ones. I wasn't anticipating. So you go.
Think of the taqueria. The taqueria, and then
Where?
I put Connor. I accidentally put you first, and then I switched you with
You
Jesus.
said no serious one.
I switched you with Jesus. I said
You switched
Jesus
with
got in number
I see
one.
the arrows. Yeah. Wow, you put me. All right.
And
oh,
then
you know-
Cabo Bob's. That's a restaurant. Another restaurant.
That's a great one.
2 restaurants in my top 4.
Oh man. Okay.
I'm getting fat.
I was. I was okay. Then I would go cookies. I got a bad cookie problem.
You love cookies.
I go around late at night sometimes, and then I come home, and Amanda's like, "Where have you been?" And I go, "Nowhere, just at the office. It's Saturday night." And then she looks at my shirt. There's crumbs on it.
You love cookies.
I love. I'll
And
just
you love, what do you like more than cookies? Talking about cookies.
Mm.
You always love talking.
Yeah, that's.
We had I got a little angry at you the other day for talking about cookies.
cookie talk. Oh, that's.
We
right.
said he gets 2 cookie mentions per day.
All right, I'll use my final one. So,
No, this is all one
well,
vein,
here's the
so
thing.
you're
I'll
good.
do like anywhere I am in it. Anywhere. If I have a meal, I'm in the habit of I want a sweet after a meal.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I'll just type in cookie, and then I might hit 2 places and just go try whatever their specialty one is, and then a chocolate chip,
Yeah.
and then that might hit the rotation if it's good enough.
Nice. Yeah, and we had to put a 2 cookie limit on Connor, not the consumption, but the mentions, because
It's a consumption limit.
we
also.
would be in the middle of meetings, and meetings very loose term. There's no actual work being done, but we'll be talking about, and Connor will just go, "I like cookies. I like when they're sweet and they taste good. I like when you can dip them in milk." And we go, "Hey Connor, let's bring it back down to earth." And he goes, "Sometimes I like when there's chocolate chips in them." And he go, "Connor, come on back. Snickerdoodles are nice too. Connor." And then we lost him. We lost him to a cookie conversation. And I think you're working through it, right?
Mhm.
Working through it.
I went to one place this weekend and my stomach got really upset, so it kind of turned me off of cookies for a while.
I think the crazy thing about cookie is, I don't know how true this is in life, but the more money you spend doesn't always equal the happier you're going to be with cookie.
Yeah, 'cause some places overdo it.
It's kind of like donuts, like Voodoo Donuts. I'm not trying to go have like a carrot cake donut. I just want to have like a regular donut.
I go, this is a donut, and we built the Empire State Building on it with Oreo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's also, it's got bacon and there's a Bloody Mary in there. And you go, "Oh, I just wanted a regular glazed donut." They're like, "But we did all this stuff."
Yeah, like coffee shops. I wish there was a coffee shop that was just like we do black coffee, and that's our business. We're not doing very well. But I would go there. I would go there.
Well, it's easy just to go get black coffee.
Yeah, but then the kids these days, they want to add flavors, and they want to alternate milk, and they want to ice it.
No, they
want
don't.
Bubbles.
No, they don't.
That's true.
Connor,
What?
no, they don't.
I worked at a coffee shop.
Yeah, man, but you can just go get a black coffee. They're not going to ask you flavorings.
That's the people who, if you're looking at a sign At a coffee shop, you want something extra in there.
Yeah, well, that's what the kids order.
But I don't. I don't.
You don't like kids?
That's.
You don't
kids are-
support children?
Kids are fine. Kids are the future. But you
Kids
gotta.
are the future.
They just ask for a lot, and that's where I'm saying like.
What's your least favorite age group?
teen probably?
13.
13 of all genders?
No, I guess it's different.
Because here's the thing, like I have cousins, and do I have a niece? Maybe. I have cousins who most of them are girls, or on one side they're girls, 3 girls, and they're so fun. But then they hit the teenage age, and we see them once a year at Christmas, and we go, "Hey," and they look you up and down and walk
Yeah.
away, and I go, "Okay, did we not have fun playing tag last year?
Yeah.
What's going on here?"
Yeah. I
Th-
think teen boys, like whenever you try to talk to them at, like my wife does Young Life, and sometimes you'll see and meet those kids, and they're just, no, it's like they stop knowing how to talk. And I'm not the best at talking, but you feel like you can, I don't know, it's hello, hey. And they're just on their phone. Phones are terrible, man.
Phones are bad, especially for the youngins.
They're not good for me, so it can't be good for a youngin. I heard a dad the other day. I was walking through HEB and grocery store to all our non-Texas listeners.
The best grocery
This dad goes, this kid like grabbed a snack or something, and the dad goes, "Hey, you know what you just earned? You just lost an hour of iPad time." And I go, "Wow, I can't believe we're already in an hour."
Lost an hour.
Yeah, there's time to take off.
That's not. Wow.
iPad,
You
man.
must have been crushed.
I know, and I see some of these kids. They're like, and I remember I told somebody, I go, "Yeah, we're trying not to do screens." They go, "Wait till you have a second kid. You'll just give them whatever. They give them a Coca-Cola, give them a Bud Light, and let them watch TV." I go, "I'm not gonna do that."
The iPad isn't really. Is that a thing still? I remember when it first came out. We've had like my dad would get the new one every year, and let me tell you, Plants vs Zombies on an iPad, a lot of fun.
No, we never really. We had one. My parents were weird with technology. They would like postpone, and then buy like the newest thing, and you just could never. You could never feel what was going on in their head.
Yeah, the new stuff. I'm always surprised. My parents get like new Mac stuff a lot. I'm always surprised at the shortcuts you have, where you can go, "Hey, touch your eye and snap your fingers." And it'll go, "It printed.
Yeah,
We got a printer."
you're great at shortcuts. I mean, sometimes I watch it on the computer. We'll try to search the same thing, and I'm not even.
Yeah, like here's the Mason was like, "What is this Drake diss track song? Help me find it." And I googled Drake diss song, and wouldn't you know it, it was the first thing that came up.
Well, yeah, that was okay. I told you the name of it, and you were just saying, I wanted to use the full name, because it was Drake Drop and Give Me 50, and you said Drake Push-Ups.
That was
So-
the name of the song.
No, it was Drop and Give Me 50.
Parentheses drop. Give me 50.
Do what?
It was. We can discuss this later, but see,
Whose
here-
side are you on, Drake or the other rappers?
I don't know. I just want all the fighting to stop. I don't know.
Ever across the whole world.
I don't know. I
Everywhere.
don't want. I
We
don't know
don't
what
know.
happened.
That's why there's so much conflict. Everybody's fighting.
Now, do you think those rappers, when he goes, "J. Cole looks dumb," or whatever his roast is, J. Cole's in his kitchen like, man, or he's just like, I don't care.
Well, I think I don't know. I'm gonna see some of my black friends tonight, so I'll ask them about it, and they'll give me like the real tea on it. But
I feel like whatever Luis says is probably wrong.
whatever. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Luis we got nothing with him. But
Love you, Luis.
yeah. But yeah. But yeah, I ask. That's what I do whenever hip hop, pop culture stuff happens. I ask my black friends what my opinion should be, and then I think that's a great. I think if you're looking to kind of get more into pop culture, go up, find a friendly looking black person, and ask them what your opinion should be on the Drake beef.
I think that's
And
a good.
They'll tell you.
That's a good policy.
They'll probably be. They'll be happy. It's like asking an old person how their day's going. That's the equivalent. They're gonna love it.
I think it's like
And don't tell them, because just say, "What do you think about the Drake beef?" And then that's all open in an audiobook, baby.
here's the thing. Like when I want Indian, I'm going back to food for a second.
Yeah,
I think this fits. If I want Indian food in Houston, I don't go on Yelp. I text Arjun
yeah,
and I go, "What is your mom like?" and
Yeah.
then she'll hit you. And then when you go to the place,
what kind of food does she like? Not what kind of person she is.
yeah, I could, and then you go to the place, and it's fun to get when we went to an Indian restaurant recently, you get an Indian waitress, and you just go, what do you like?
Oh.
And then she'll like recommend 4 things, and we go, that sounds awesome.
So but we're saying do the same thing, but with pop
Yeah.
culture.
Yes. Who do you ask?
I asked Jeff Joe and I asked Tommy Dangerfield.
You say, what's going on? You write notes?
I asked them. I asked them, and they laugh at me a lot, and that's fine, because when you're trying to learn, people are gonna laugh at you. But yeah, I asked Tommy. I go, okay, what's the deal with Jordans? And then he explained to me the whole thing with Jordans, why it's such a big deal. And then Tremaine, big Jordan guy, talks to me about the Jordans. But yeah, I'll go. If I go to Axelrad tonight, I'll ask everybody, and it'll be a good laugh, and they'll make fun of me. They'll call me some pretty mean names, but it's 'cause they're my friends.
Do they ever ask you about stuff?
No.
They just assume.
Well, I think, yeah. Yeah. They go, we know what he's thinking. But
Yeah, that's I wonder about style sometimes, 'cause like I'll go to. I had some white friend comics really not like any of the shoes I wore, and I want to go to.
was it Nat and Spence?
Yeah, it was not. And I want to go to a stylish black friend and just go, what would you do if you were this body and proportion?
Well, I don't like Nat. Nat's style's not good, and neither is Spencer's. Yeah,
I like.
I'll go on record with that.
Spencer says he wears like a Nike shirt. And he just
I like his shirts. I like his
his
shirts
shirts.
and his jeans. I think his shoes are lame. He's always doing the Air Force Ones, and he's just like, oh yeah, they're cool. And I'm like, yeah, I think like my 12th grade cousin wears these. Yeah.
Every shoe I own that I showed him a picture of, he goes, but not these, right? Like you don't actually own. And then they just went back and forth like they were doing a roast.
Well, then Nat too. Nat, like me and Connor are wearing like New Balances, but like regular New Balances. Like these are just like regular run of the mill. You bought them on the website. Nat is buying like the ones that are like $280 that they like collabed with Balenciaga, and we're going, dude, you're not that kind of guy.
He went to StockX.
Yeah.
That's like a hype beast streetwear exchange. It's an exchange.
Yeah.
And
I
he
just
said
like
you-
regular clothes. I like regular. I have a Astros polo and a hoodie. And the hoodie's only 'cause it's cold in the office. So
yeah, I like the Astros. Do you like the Astros colors? 'Cause they have the weird orange ones. The orangey weird ones.
I loved when it was like blue and gold and copper.
Nah,
That was those are fun years.
And then I like black and red less, but they're okay. And then I don't really love these ones.
Oh, that was black and I think it was kind of red.
Black and red.
Yeah.
That was okay.
That one, it was like that dark blue. We've had a lot of different colors. Trying to figure it out.
I think like the Red Sox colors I saw them wearing yellow and blue the other day. Like I couldn't tell it was the Red Sox. Thought it was a visiting team.
I think I have this weird thing. Everybody tries to adopt like the UNC blue because it's like such a pretty blue.
It's very.
So everybody's like, oh, we could kind of have that. And you're like, nah, man, you don't. So.
Yeah, I always thought I didn't like Syracuse's orange ever. That one always stood out to me. I always thought it looked weird.
Interesting.
UNC, I don't know. Orange doesn't. Is there an orange that looks cool? Orange just seems like such a.
Who else has orange? Illinois.
UT?
Illinois. Oh, UT's is disgusting.
Yeah, it's not. And
Burn.
then the Vols, I don't love their. Theirs is like a lighter orange.
Yeah, theirs is like, hey, we're doing orange. It's like a happy orange.
We're doing orange.
UT's like, we got orange. We're doing orange.
That's
It's like
like
it's muted, serious. And then Syracuse is like, what is Syracuse? Like a little orange.
I think it's like orange.
That was it. That's Syracuse orange.
Oh, and
Yeah.
it's out there. The Knicks did orange for a little bit. I don't like it,
I think they are orange.
but they did like an all orange
Oh,
Christmas
yeah.
thing, and I didn't like that.
Yeah, that was like Baylor went through those years whenever we were in high school, and they did like the neon green jerseys. And you go, who thought this was cool? I mean, Neon was big there for a second.
Really?
Oh yeah, wearing neon stuff. That was cool.
Chicago Bears are orange.
Some orange in there.
I like their colors. We like. I think blue and orange are complementary colors.
Is that
So-
true?
Yeah, it's like there's the color wheel, and then colors that are on like the opposite end of the. So like red and green, blue and orange, purple and yellow. Like the Lakers colors are I think it's complementary.
Yellow and purple.
Yeah,
Do they call it yellow and purple?
I think it's like gold, purple and Lakers
Purple and gold.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's be honest. The Lakers are done.
Are they?
They're like 10th. Now there's like a playoff.
Yeah, this is a tough season for sports because no one cares about the NBA anymore. I mean,
Oh.
the Caitlin Clark's game got more views than the finals did last year. And so it's,
Wow.
yeah, no one cares about the NBA. Baseball, playoff baseball is amazing, but regular season baseball is the worst.
There's too many games.
Yeah.
You can't care.
It's like, hey, they don't even have, it's insane.
NFL's fun, but
NFL's fun, but we're done with that. We don't have any. This is a tough season for sports. March Madness just ended. We kind of got by because you have the Masters, and then after this, it's just brutal. And I'll watch the NBA playoffs. I will watch it, but it's just crazy. It's all their job, and they're so complainy.
NBA?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they whine a lot.
everything.
They whine.
And then the new rules in college basketball ruined it. I'm turning into my dad right now.
What did
I'm just angry.
Dude, my dad gets fired up in sports. For someone who like doesn't care about sports at all, he really gets. This is my dad every day. Oh! And you hear him slap and stuff. But he doesn't care that much. But he acts like he does.
I care.
He's a big like, whoa, like outrage. Whoa, come on, ref. You hear that a lot.
He's a noisy boy.
Yeah, or you'll just hear.
Didn't you say your dad used to get kicked out of Little League soccer games?
Yeah, he used to get fired. You'll just hear like, terrible. He'll say that a lot. Terrible.
I remember one time my dad got kicked out of a basketball tournament. There was like 15 people in the whole tournament watching. And I remember I went and did a play or something, and then you just see my dad getting escorted out by like a principal. I went up after. I go, what happened? He goes, I kept on complaining to the ref. He wasn't even coaching. He was just a patron.
I remember.
And
I had a.
Ooh.
This was a what?
oh, you do yours first.
This was in middle school. We had a player. One of my teammates' dads was like he wasn't an official coach, but he helped out a lot.
Yeah.
So he was on the bench all the time, and he tried to walk over to the bench, and the ref was like, "What are you doing, sir?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm just trying to help." And then he insisted, like, "Can I be with my team?" And then he got kicked out in front of everyone, and that was a weird one. 'Cause
Yeah.
he wasn't doing anything bad.
Yeah. I've seen my dad get technicals. My dad used to get so angry, and it always frustrated me. It started frustrating me a lot more, especially whenever he would get mad at, he would get mad at my little brothers, and they were so good. I was like, they're the only reason that you're like able to compete right now. And
Mitch?
oh yeah, Mitch and Spence were. I mean, they played like homeschool league, but it's whatever.
So just 1-on-1
No, they have like homeschool, like a bunch of people that are doing homeschooling playing against each other.
in Columbus.
They went to Bastrop to do it. So they played people from everywhere, though. They played. They're high school. Because it's funny because we always like, oh, you want to go to a good. And it's like, are you getting to play like 1,000,000 games? Yeah. So they played like 52 games their senior year. So,
What?
yeah, it was like a freaking college schedule or what is it called? NBA schedule. It was crazy. They're crushing.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Mitchell averaged like 27. Yeah. It's great.
What's going on here?
Sorry, I was scratching.
Dude, you're like my brother.
He's a fidgeter?
Yeah, like my brother and I used to share a room, and we go good night, and then the pillow seam on his pillow, you just hear.
Oh.
And I go,
That's why I have to have earplugs, man.
stop. I would do this. No, and then he would forget.
All right. Are we good to go? Break?
Yeah, I guess we're good to go.
Get some barbecue?
Oh, I love it.
Oh.
Not getting barbecue last time really bummed me out.
I know, and it hurt your tummy as well.
Yeah, I think it was Kava, or it may have been the brookie I had.
Do you well, that's it. Do you not like Do you not like when I touch you?
It feels okay right now.
Okay. All right, and that's a wrap.
All right.
We're